So here's the helmet after the last video. So what I'm going to do this video, I'm going to give it a once over with some 320 grit and some water just to try and smooth everything out. Then I'm going to cut the face mask on and off, and then it'll be ready. Then it'll be ready for painting. So. Okay, so that's all sanded down there. Just wiping off any dust and putty. So I'll let that dry for a minute. Then see, I've got these grooves I'll cut out along there, following that line. There's a groove that's supposed to go there, so I'll do those with my Dremel. Then I'll cut the faceplate off. So now to get this detail line running around, I've just put a couple of cutting discs on top of one another, and again I'm just going to take my time and go slowly on low speed. So now I've got to very carefully cut around here to take the face plate off. Then I'm going to figure out a way to stick it all back on, maybe magnets or something, so I can take it on and off. We'll see. It's a brand new fresh blade, and it's actually a little cut. Two pieces now. So yeah, a couple rough edges from the cutting, but that's alright. I'll sand and fill those, and then yeah, she's ready to paint. So now that this is in two pieces, what I want to do is add some magnets to it, so that when I put it up, it'll just lock in place like that. So how I'm planning to do that is I've got these rare earth magnets. I'm going to cut a couple of offcuts of foam, glue them in, and then hopefully that'll be enough to hold them inside the foam. If not, I'll have to get creative, and then I can glue them in place where I want them. So what I've done, I've made a few of these little tabs, and I've just super glued some magnets in there. So what I'm going to do is on the face mask, I'll glue a few on the inside, probably one there, and there. That way when I stick the mask back onto the helmet, it'll just lock in place using the magnets, hopefully. So here's the helmet now. So I've got these magnets all here, quite proud of this, and then some magnets on the inside of the mask, and then they all just line up and lock in place like that. So that'll make it really easy to take the face mask on and off, and maybe one day I'll motorise it. So yeah, I'm just going to give it a once over to check if I've missed any spots, and then time to paint it. Okay, so time to paint the mask. So I've just got the Plasti-Dip sitting in some warm water, and I've been told that's to help prevent any bubbling or anything. And I'm just going to paint it here outside, because Plasti-Dip is quite nasty and toxic. So well ventilated area is good. So I think I want to do a fairly thick layer, so I'll go over it once, let it dry for about 30 minutes, and then go back over and miss any spots I may have missed. So there's the first coat done. It's looking okay. There are a few spots I could have done a better job of filling in the seams like there, but it's a learning experience, so I'll let that dry for about half an hour, and I'll come back and maybe an extra coat of Plasti-Dip will fill those in, we'll see. So here's the helmet after the Plasti-Dip. Ended up using a whole can of Plasti-Dip. It came out okay. I'm not overly happy with it. I think you can see, you know, there's a few rough spots here and there. The seams didn't fill in great, they're still quite obvious. I think that's because of a few things. One being that I should have used a flexible filler for the seams, and two, that I didn't really do a great job of sealing it before painting. I gave it a light hit with a heat gun, but I probably should have, after doing some research, probably should have given it a, you know, just a thin coat, Mod Podge or PVA glue or something. The Plasti-Dip went on okay. There's a few, you can see here, a few lumps and bumps, and you know, a few flecks of dirt and stuff because I painted this outside. But I did find a pretty good way, which I've started here. There was a little bump, managed to get rid of most of it. If you just dip your finger in some turpentine or paint thinner, and then just slowly, gently work the area, you can smooth most of it out. So I'll go ahead with it. Like I said, it's okay, but not fantastic. I'll still move ahead anyway, and you know, these are just a learning experience, and you know, I'll probably end up making another one day anyway. The magnets work quite well. I'm quite happy with that, so that's one positive that came out of it. But I'll still paint it and probably weather it and scuff it up to try and hide any of the imperfections and whatnot.